Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Monday, June 11th, 2012. This is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works, and I am your Monday vlogger B. You're not on the wrong channel. I used to be a very attractive blonde lady who had way more energy than I do on your screen on Mondays, but she's moving on to bigger and better things, and I was lucky enough to fill her place. So Sally, we're definitely going to miss you, and hopefully I can fill a small portion of your shoes. A little bit about me. There's more on tons of information about me. It's kind of all I talk about on my channel, and I'll put that information down in the doobly-doo, so check that out if you feel so inclined. The quick and dirty, I'm 36, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Actually, I'm from Houston, Texas. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am 2.25 years post-op lap band. Highest recorded weight was 356 pounds, and my latest recorded weight was 204.2. So, pardon my allergies as I rub my nose, and we'll get on to this week's question. It's actually a three-part question. The first part is, what is hunger after weight loss surgery? How is it different now than it was post-op? And is it difficult for you to maintain a low-calorie, high-protein diet? So we'll start with the first part. What is hunger after weight loss surgery? Is such a strange question, because until I actually sat down and thought about it, because even pre-op, it wasn't something I really thought about. What hunger was, why I felt like I was hungry, and then you start asking yourself why you eat, and you get into this whole other slew of topics that I really don't want to touch on because you can't fit it in 20 minutes. We all associate a physical urge in our abdomen for some kind of nourishment as hunger, and some of us associate a mistake, a very similar urge that's very not physical for hunger. And where that urge comes from is, like I said, another slew of topics for another Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works day. But we've all had the rumbling in our tummy when we haven't eaten all day and we've been going. And that's what most people would say hunger is. But after weight loss surgery, it's weird, especially for I say especially for, because I don't obviously have the perspective of any other surgery types, but you as a lap band patient, you physically have two stomachs. You've got the large portion of your stomach that holds everything, and then you have this small portion of your stomach above that created by the lap band. And it's crazy because those nerve endings that tell you you're not hungry are in the top portion, and that empty space at the bottom that tells you you are hungry is at the bottom. And it doesn't happen often, but a lot of times, if I've been going all day, I'll get hungry. I get that rumbling in my tummy, which was weird because it doesn't happen very much anymore. But occasionally it does. I'll get that rumbling in my tummy, and then I'll eat something, and I'll get full. I'll fill my pouch up, and not really the right term, but anyway, I'll fill my stomach up, and my stomach will still be rumbling. So I'll be like, oh, I'm full, but then my stomach's going, no, you're not. So it's kind of a weird feeling. It took some getting used to. Even now, it'll catch me by surprise because, like I said, it doesn't really happen often enough to get used to. But that's kind of hunger for me, And even now, I think I'm so programmed. I don't even really get hungry. It's more like I look at my watch and I go, holy crap, it's 11 o'clock. I need to eat something. And that's something we'll talk about here in a few minutes. But you kind of get in a rhythm, you kind of get in a routine, and you eat because you need to, not necessarily because you're hungry. And that can be a good or a bad thing. How's it different now than I was? How can I put this? Newly post-op, I guess we could say. I'm a lot more comfortable eating now, I'll be honest with you. I was scared shitless, pardon my language. I was scared to death to eat for like the first 2 weeks after I was off of liquids, because I had to do a liquid post-op diet, and it was really weird because I would drink a little water or drink a little broth or drink a little juice and then try to eat a little cottage cheese or a little yogurt, and I was so scared. I didn't know how much I could eat. I didn't know what I was going to be able to eat. I had, my lap band and I were new buddies. We were still feeling each other out, and I didn't have any liquid in my band either. So it was kind of like, well, I didn't have any fluid in my band. So it was like, well, I have some restriction, but is that really a restriction? And when am I full? So many different factors when you're learning your new digestive system, and I guess that's with any surgery. That I was really physically afraid to eat because I didn't know what it was going to do to me. And I think that might have contributed to my lack of hunger. Maybe I got programmed into ignoring that sensation. Maybe it's not there anymore. It's kind of hard to tell. And again, I'm only 2 years out, and I do eat a lot. I'm a professional chef, and it's kind of hard to say. I know now when I do get hungry, I can tell, but it just doesn't happen very often. And from listening to what Mama Rose said yesterday, maybe that's a common thing. It's kind of something I'm curious to hear from some of you guys about. Is it doesn't happen very often, but I really don't get a physical hunger sensation. But I have to be careful because one thing I don't like to do is sit still, and a lot of times I will find myself sitting still. If I'm sitting in front of the Xbox, or if I'm just watching television or taking a break, and I'll start looking for something to eat just because I'm not physically doing anything. And I've caught myself on more than one occasion going, all right, you're not hungry, you need to go do something. Or I'll pick up my friend water here, and which is usually always at my side, and I'll pound some of that down, which is something else, and I guess we can go on to the last part. Is it hard to maintain a low-calorie, high-protein diet? For me, not really. I programmed myself a long time ago to eat low-fat and high-protein. The problem was the calorie portion, obviously, because calories are associated with the hell was that? Calories are associated with things like protein, but they're also associated with things like fat and sugar. And I think that for me personally, it's paying more attention to what I eat than how much I eat. I'm not a calorie counter. I find that I can't live as much as I'd like to when I count calories. Now that detriments my journey, and I know that. That's a risk that I take, and I take it knowingly. And it's probably why I'm 2 years out and I'm still not at goal, because I don't eat as militantly as I probably should. But I do feel that I have a better quality of life than I did, because, and I talk about this in my personal channel if you guys want to check it out. I used to eat religiously by a schedule, and I hated it. It was 2 years of hell. This is before weight loss surgery. But I lost a ton of weight. And now I kind of find a balance. So, is it difficult for me to maintain that diet? Not really. I'm very mindful of what I eat as opposed to how much I eat. And things like fat and sugar, they don't interest me. And again, back to the water thing. This is the other thing that really, really helps me stay on point with what I eat. I put down my notes. Sorry, screw them. I put down probably 180 to 200, 250 ounces of water a day, and that's not including what I drink at work. And try putting down 200 ounces of water in a day, and you'll find you don't eat a whole lot. Your stomach's pretty much always full. And it also tells your brain that you're eating something. If you get hungry, get some water, and you won't be hungry anymore. And Mama Rose talked about this in a video yesterday. It really satisfies that physical urge to put something in your mouth, and it satisfies that physical urge to have something in your stomach, while not actually putting calories into your body. And the other thing is just to follow those rules. You know, we all have a list of things that our doctor gives us. Is it easy? Sometimes we want some ice cream. Sometimes we want some cake. And, you know, we have to give ourselves those things. But that's why this is not the easy way out. You know, it's all up here. But for me personally, I spent so much time before I had surgery really focusing on what I was eating and how much I was eating that maintaining a diet for me is just it's another thing. It's become part of life, and I don't even think about it now. It's automatic. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm pushing about 11 minutes here, so I don't want to make my first video too long. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week. Make sure you thumbs up, don't thumbs down, subscribe, tell your friends, and come visit me on my personal channel. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another Proof Why Weight Loss Surgery Works vlog. Your Monday vlogger B, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.